Welcome to the next edition of the Houck Report. Today we're going to talk about the Target store security breach, where it's been reported that 70 million different cards and consumer information was hacked out of their systems. Well, let's talk about the blame here. Who's to blame for this hack? Now, Target isn't the only store that's been hacked like this. Neiman Marcus was also hacked, I read, around the same time, and a couple other retailers. This isn't the first type of hack that's occurred. We've had several in the last several years, and apparently this is something we're going to probably have to live with. Now, Target or any other stores don't want this to happen, so I'm sure they're doing whatever they can to make sure it doesn't. Okay, because it's basically bad publicity and people don't like their information being compromised. So the person to really blame here is the bad guy. Okay, because no matter what you do to try and protect these systems from a hacker's going to be sitting there working like 8, 10, 12 hours a day trying to find a way in. So this isn't the last time it's going to happen. I'm sure it's going to happen many more times. All right, so what we have to do is there's a couple things that we're going to have to do to protect ourselves and protect our own accounts. All right, so as far as putting blame on this here, put it on the bad guy. All right, now, people are worried about their accounts. They're checking their accounts being compromised because of the debit card was used. All right, let me tell you how to prevent that from happening. And a big compromise like this, if you just use your credit card, now, don't use your debit card, use your credit card, okay? All they're going to be able to compromise is your credit card account. That's it. So that they're not really using your money. Now, if you use your debit card and you go to a store, and and that store's information gets hacked, all right, then the bad guys are playing with your checking account money. So it's really simple on what to do here, as far as I'm concerned. It's what I do all the time. I just use a credit card. I use my debit card for one thing and one thing only. That's to make ATM transactions, all right, at a bank ATM machine. That's what I do, because if you go to a store, all right, you notice how they always ask you debit or credit? And you always think because you're using your debit card that you have to claim a debit. You don't. When you get the choice, no matter what card you're using, always choose credit. This will make it a sign-based transaction, okay? So if it's a sign-based transaction, they're not going to have your PIN number. If you choose debit, and then you got to put your PIN number in there, okay? They're going to compromise your PIN number, and then what the bad guys do is they go and they make ATM cards, all right? And they empty your checking account out, all right? So you don't want that to happen. So use a credit card, or even if you feel you have to use your debit card, all right, like many people do, always choose credit. Make it a sign-based transaction. That's all you got to do. All right? Can your account still be compromised? Yeah, of course it can. That's why I say use credit card. Let your credit card play with the bank's money, not yours. All right? It's as simple as that. Now, if you shopped at any of these stores that were compromised, what I suggest you do is you go out and actually give them a call and have a new card issued to you with a new PIN number. Okay, that's the smartest thing to do. You know what happens is, let's say if there were 70 million cards that were compromised, that information's out there. All right, so what the bad guys do, and I've worked several cases like this with the Secret Service, what they do is they put all this credit card information out there on the internet, and then bad guys buy it from each other. All right, so if you didn't have your card canceled, 3 years down the road, your account might be compromised and nobody knows whatever happened from it. All right, so if you went to Target or Neiman Marcus around November or December, I would have my cards changed. All right, it's as simple as that. Keep an eye on your accounts. Always choose credit, not debit. And if you do wind up being compromised, it's going to be less of a hit. All right, something we're going to have to live with now. There are a lot of smart people out there trying to compromise this information, and this is the big crime now, because, I mean, you don't have to go out and rob a bank anymore. And then when these bad guys get caught, very rarely they do any serious time. So That's my tip for you guys, all right? Take it for what it's worth. I'm Harry Houck. I'll see you next time.